Hello, my name is Danny Nolan and I'm the Director of ChassisSim Technologies. And welcome to this latest ChassisSim video tutorial. And today, ladies and gentlemen, what I'd like to discuss with you is the setup sweeping Redux. Now, a couple of years ago when I introduced the ChassisSim Setup Sweeping, I did an in-depth tutorial about how to drive it, how all the bits and pieces are plugged in together. The goal of today's tutorial is to present you with the ChassisSim Setup Sweeping in its version 3.4.7 incarnation and above. And there are quite a few things that you need to be aware of with this later version, but also too, there's some really good versions as well, and you're about to see just how powerful these new versions are. So without further ado, let's look into it. So what I've done, and I'm going to do this via a demo. So what I've done is I've loaded in a car file. So this is a GT3/hypercar car that we're going to be simulating today. And I've also just chosen one of the ChassisSim default circuits, and that is Eastern Creek. And the reason I'm choosing Eastern Creek is the nice thing about Eastern Creek / Sydney Motorsport Park, it's got a bit of everything. So it's a really good track to test things on. Now, before we get into what the mechanics of actually driving this, a few prelims. Now, what I'm about to show you, and this is why I say I'm doing this video as setup sweeping Redux, is that from version 3.4.7 onwards, is that because we're now leveraging multiple processing, there are just a few things to be aware of. So when you go through and set up your directories, the key thing that you've got to be aware of is that the folder where your data files are going to go have to be empty. The reason they've got to be empty is that as ChassisSim goes through and does the files, it needs to be logging where those files are going. And if you've just used one directory to dump everything in without clearing it out or archiving it correctly, things can get a bit out of kilter. So that probably, what I would have to say, would probably be the big step going from the version 3.3.1 setup sweeping and above to going to version 3.4.7. So I really just want to make that point. It's probably just the biggest switch that you've got to make, because version 3.4.5 and below, you could kind of be a little bit blasé about it. You can't be blasé about it now. That being said, as we're about to see, the payoff, while it's a little bit more management work on your side, the payoff is more than worth it. So without further ado, let's set you up with an example, and you can see what's about to happen here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to the setup sweep options, and this is the setup sweep folder that we all know and love. Now, what we're going to do here is I'm going to click on the setup parameters, and I've already got a setup parameters file already sorted out, so we will click on that, and I am going to go to the data parameters file, and I am going to click on that. And now what I'm going to do is click on a simlog file, and I'll just use this one, simlog v2. So for those of you who are familiar with the ChassisSim setup sweeping, there's nothing particularly earth-shattering in terms of what I've just did there. I covered that in my version 3.3.1 tutorial when I first introduced the setup sweeping. So far, so good. Not so fast. Let's now click on OK and see what happens. So you'll see this little setup sweep manager come out, and now you'll see this. So the first thing it does is it sets a baseline lap. Now the reason it's doing this is it needs to record the amount of time that the setup sweeping is going to do. So we'll just let this do its thing. Okie dokie. Now here's where things get different. So you'll see here, all of a sudden, take a look at this. You've now are running. We're just sweeping 5 parameters, but we're sweeping 5 of them down. So if we take a look at here, we're sweeping 5 of them together, and that, folks, is something really, really profound. Now, granted, for our particular example here, it's a little bit Mickey Mouse because we're only doing like 5 different bump robber combinations. However, what that means is the time it's going to take you to do a whole bunch of different sweeps. What used to take an hour is now going to take you about 10 to 15 minutes. And that, folks, is a big step forward. And that's on a laptop. And I'm actually going to touch upon that theme in just a moment. So we're just going to let this do its thing. Okay, so it's done, and that's basically what we've done. Now, from time to time, you will get messages like SimRun 1 not finished, SimRun 2 not finished, etc., etc. Don't panic, they've actually been done. So now, if we go back to our sweeps folder, there you go. There are all our runs. So now, obviously, because this is for demo, I'm going to just delete that for the time. I'm going to delete that for the time being because I don't need it. But the big thing, as I intimated in my version 347 release in my version 347 release folder, is that the KPIs for the new ChassisSim Setup Sweeping are now a lot more in depth. I'm just going to give you I'm going to show you what we've actually just generated. Stand by. Okay, just click on date modified. Here we go, SimLog2. Let me open that up with Excel. Stand by. All right, now, for those of you who are familiar with the ChassisSim Setup Sweeping, historically you'll just see the car name, you'll see the car name, the circuit name, the short, the long comment, etc., etc., what the lap time is, and that was pretty much and what the data file was, and that was pretty much it. Now we've got minimum and maximum ride. We've got minimum and maximum ride heights. We've got CPL variations. We also have things like the stability index for turn-in average, stability index for your turn-in for both the turn-in and mid-corner. You've also got KPIs like time spent on max roll. So now this is a lot more in depth than what you're used to, which gives you a much further insight into what each particular run did. Now, a couple of things. You'll notice that one of the things that we still do is, let me just go all the way to the end. You'll see that every data file is logged. That is not an accident. That is there for you to review the data critically, because I know right now it's very, very trendy to just look at the data that suits you. This way you've at least got this for completeness, so you can at least dig down. So even if it may not necessarily have appeared the fastest lap time, let's just say there's something about the KPIs that grabs your interest, you can go, oh, the data file's there, I can have a look at it. So that's something that it very much brings to the party. Now, the other thing that I just want to touch on now that we're talking about setup sweeping and doing really big setup sweeps. Now, two things. Number one, the current ChassisSim setup sweeping is limited to 100 runs at a time. That's deliberate. That's there to make sure that you actually review what the data is. See, part of the problem is when you're trying to do particularly thousands of lap time simulations, one of the corollaries of Murphy's Law for lap time simulation is that invariably, if you just do a scattergun approach, invariably the lap time can favor the holes in the algorithm. So the reason we're getting you to do it 100 sims at a time, so you can actually still look at the data critically. The other elephant in the room here that I want to address, and I think it's relevant for us to discuss it given that we are talking about setup sweeping, and we're talking about taking a ChassisSim into the cloud. Now, currently, ChassisSim doesn't have a cloud offering. Now, I am certainly not saying no to this option. It is something that we at ChassisSim are looking at very carefully. I will say this though about the setup sweeping in its current form. One of the things that ChassisSim brings to the party is the fact that it executes very, very quickly. I mean, granted, you just saw 6 to 7 sims being run in a matter of minutes on a laptop. And this is in the middle of having recording software going on and everything else that I've got the computer doing in the background. But I can tell you right now, when I've done speed tests on this, like I've done, particularly for this particular car model and Eastern Creek, I've done in the current release mode in terms of what your elite customers will get, is that we can do 100 sims in 13 minutes. Now, granted, that's being done on my laptop. So, nothing special, nothing fancy. Granted, it's a good laptop. So, if you've got a dedicated workstation in your workshop, I mean, let's put it this way, folks. At this point, and particularly if you've got some really good if you've got a lot of good CPUs with a lot of cores in it, you can really utilize that. So, yeah, so that's probably one of the... So, for those of you who are kind of a little bit gun-shy, ChassisSim hasn't gone into the cloud yet. To be quite honest, I wouldn't be losing any sleep over it because, like, if on a laptop you can do 100 sims in 13 minutes, just imagine what you do with what you can imagine with a proper dedicated desktop server. So I'll leave that thought with you. As I said, I'm not ruling out the cloud thing. It's something something that we at ChassisSim are looking at very closely. But with what I've just shown you here, particularly with the way the parallel setup sweeping works, it's a great equalizer. So that will do it for this tutorial, and we will catch you in the next ChassisSim video tutorial.